Hi everyone, Nick Radicos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, here with my dad. And tonight, like I just showed you guys probably about an hour or so ago, we are going to be designing a navy wreath. So I've spray painted this a navy color using either Rust-Oleum or Krylon Fusion. Those are my two favorite brands for paint. And I did a nice clean, even coverage on the back, and then I flipped it over and did the front. So I did this wreath maybe an hour ago, and Dad, you can't really even smell it at this point.
No, not at all.
For spray paint. So spray paint has come a long way. Probably, Dad, when you grew up, spray paint wasn't like this back in the day.
Very strong odor, yeah.
It probably took hours and hours to dry. The new spray paints they come out with, maybe 15, 20 minutes for it to get dry. Now you should like to give it about an hour or so. But like I said and showed you, we have 3 different ribbons to work in today. So, me being the stupid person I am, I actually went upstairs into my closet to try to find one of my flannels. And Dad, you have definitely seen me in this, haven't you?
Yep.
I have a flannel in this exact navy blue with this kind of hunter green color. And one of my sisters must have taken it to wear. Because Alex loves to take my clothes and wear
Alex for sure.
wear my sweatshirts and my sweatpants and my flannels and my jackets and you name it, my t-shirts.
Take Steven's hoodies.
They just disappear. All of my clothes seem to disappear. So as you guys come in, be sure to give this video a like and a share right off the bat. I would appreciate it. And also let us know where you're watching from. We are here in Massachusetts, and today was a lot warmer than it has been over the last
Yeah, it was beautiful. 76 today.
76 degrees today. So all 3 rolls of ribbon are Sam's Club ribbon, and what we're going to do is create a nice funky bow. We're going to do a rather large bow for today's design with our loops about 5.5 inches and our tails about extending anywhere from 6 to 8. And we're going to repeat this process. So this ribbon right here is a sheer. Not my favorite ribbon to work with, but you know, sometimes we would just work with what we have. Right, Dad?
Yep.
We're firm believers in that. I have this ribbon and I might as well put it to use. So now we'll come back in with that plaid.
Hi everyone. Hi Marianne.
Hi Marianne. Welcome you guys. What'd you end up doing today?
We have Sault Ste. Marie in Canada. We have Alabama, Buffalo, New York.
Awesome. Welcome you guys. Thank you for tuning in. This one's probably my favorite. Isn't that so pretty?
That's very pretty.
And I actually have a navy ribbon with a champagne snowflake on it as well, which I should have brought out today, but maybe we'll design with that later on because we still have hundreds of Christmas wreaths to make, right, Dad?
Yep.
Hundreds. We have so many Christmas wreaths left to make. And we're already behind. We started first day of July, probably January if we're gonna be honest. First day of July, we started making lots of our Christmas wreaths, and we have nothing to show for it. So we got a lot of new designs to create. So this ribbon's a little bit thinner, but we still can make it work. So we're just going to create some loops using this now. And which of these 3 is your favorite? My favorite would probably be just the traditional plaid. I'd say my dad's favorite would probably be this one.
Yep, it is.
Okay, that one. So let us know what your favorite ribbon of the 3 we're working with today is. I decided to use the green because it matches the navy nicely, and also we're going to be adding some greenery in, so we got to tie that in. So through the use of the hunter green ribbon, it'll match all of our greenery.
We got Missouri, Massachusetts in the house, West Virginia.
Welcome everyone.
Michigan. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
So today, you guys, is going to be the last day for Nick's exclusive wreath community. We are closing up our doors until after Christmas time, more than likely. So if you have been on the fence, I will have the link down below, but head over to nicksseasonaldecor.com and you can sign up there. We got to come back in with the green now. It's $25 a month for 16 plus tutorials, and I'm so excited. We have over 165 new members, so welcome everybody to the community. We're going to have a welcome post tonight. That's a really pretty combo, those 2.
It is very pretty.
I can't wait to see how this turns out. And I think it looks great against the blue grapevine. Sometimes it's fun just mixing up the grapevine so you don't have to use the same one over and over again. And I see we have 830 people currently watching us. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's see if we can reach 1,000 tonight.
We have California, Pittsburgh, and Juneau, Alaska. I'd love to go to Alaska.
I'd love to go to Alaska, too.
Wakefield, Mass. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Welcome. Is that Claire?
I think so, yeah.
Hi, Claire. Welcome. Not too many people from Wakefield watching me.
It flew up really quick.
All right, so now we're going to repeat that process once more. I'm figuring 3 loops of each should do the trick, but we can decide after we add our final bit of each ribbon. We can decide if we need more, but I'm thinking 3 should be enough, because keep in mind, if we have 3 of one color, then we have 3 of the rest, which is a total of 9 loops or 18 tails, and that's kind of a lot of ribbon.
Is the plaid this year's ribbon, Nick?
It is. You picked that out, Dad, actually.
Yep.
You picked that out when we went to Sam's Club in July? I think we went in July.
The one in Hudson, yeah.
In Hudson, New Hampshire, yep. All right, so we're going to continue adding a few more loops, a few more tails, one more of this plaid, and then we have one more of the blue left. And then we can cut our ribbons off, attach a pipe cleaner, dovetail, and finish off our bow, and then secure it into the wreath. And I'm excited to see how this looks. So another important aspect to bow making is to not have a death grip on your bow. Hold it very loosely. You don't have to have a super tight grip to make a bow. As long as it stays within your hands, you're good to go. Don't add too much force that you hurt your hands. So that's enough for me. What we're going to do now is we're going to take our pipe cleaner and secure it. And we have a couple different options. We can attach our tails at this point, which I just twisted it once. Let's add our tails. Might as well add them in at this point. So I'm going to cut them rather long. I do want to have some nice long tails cascading below our wreath. So I'm not measuring it, but I'm figuring at least 20 inches on either side or so.
Hi, Carolyn for Peabody.
Hi, Carolyn. All right, see how I didn't measure them? Now I'm just going to take them. You don't even need to find the midway point. You can just stack them on top of another like that. Nothing has to be super precise, you guys. I really want you to get into the rhythm of that. Imperfect means perfect when it comes to designing. Because if you place everything strategically imperfect, your eye doesn't see any imperfections. They just see beauty. But if you try to make it perfect, Dad, what happens? Your eye notices any imperfections.
You don't need to make things perfect.
That's right. All right. So
don't worry about too much stuff.
Don't worry. What's that song?
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry about a thing. All right, now we're going to dovetail. And I see we have over 900 people now. Thank you all for the likes and shares. Let's see if we can reach 1,000 tonight, you guys.
And Regina said, hi, Nick. Love the blue.
Thank you, Gina.
Regina.
Thank you, Regina. All right, so just dovetailing, very simple. And, we might have to trim some of these tails up afterwards. We might have cut them a little too long. And what I say to that is, that's totally fine. I don't mind wasting a little bit of ribbon between me and you. Of course, if it's really expensive, you don't want to be wasting any of it. But it's always easier and better to cut, multiple times than, have it to be too short and have to cut a whole extra piece because you can't even see any of your tails. So I'm just dovetailing the tails on the bow itself, not dovetailing the long tails, because we're going to curl those up afterwards and kind of make them look pretty and nice, and we don't need them to be dovetailed. If anything, I prefer my tails not to be the super long ones to be dovetailed because it just kind of likens the fraying. All right. Do we have one more? No, I think that's it. But what's going to happen, Dad?
You're going to find one.
I'll find one. That's right. Hi, Lorraine. Lorraine loves navy and gold. Me too. So we did a Christmas wreath already that's long gone. We did that in July. I think that might have been one of our first videos for Nick's Exclusive Wreath Community for Christmas this year. But we did ours on the side, and we used a traditional bow. It was a really pretty snowflake ribbon. Oh, that might have been the ribbon, Dad, that I was talking about. But I love navy, too. We've done a lot of navy fall designs. Remember, Dad, the pumpkin that we used?
Yeah.
That seemed to be a big hit, so I'm thinking this one will be, too, because navy's so pretty. But today we're using some green.
Oklahoma, New Zealand, Michigan. It's awesome. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you, guys. Rhonda loves the color. Yeah, hands up. Thumbs up. What do you guys think of this color combo?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
I found a couple more tails, Dad.
Did you see?
Of course I did.
Yes, you did spray paint the grapevine.
I did. Yep. It definitely creates a unique look. I mean, that's something we started this summer, I'd say. Well, no, we've done them for years now, but I'm saying we actually really have done a lot. I'm trying to do every single color imaginable. Yesterday, we have an order going out tomorrow from a wreath we designed in the group live. We created a emerald green and red Christmas wreath, and I used a different emerald green spray paint that I haven't worked with before. I don't think I've ever painted, besides yesterday for the first time, a green grapevine. I really like that color. Something different. We all get sick of making things, you guys, especially if it's kind of repetitive. So this year, we've been doing lots of one-of-a-kind designs. And it's kind of been fun doing it that way. We're not doing too many multiples. Makes things a little bit more interesting, wouldn't you say? So now we can just find any tails that could use kind of a trim. We don't need them to be quite so long. Just fluffing them out at this point, separating the colors so we have kind of even distribution. That's a big word. I'm surprised I said that. All right. I think that's good. This one could use nothing. We'll just pull it forward. What do you think of that?
That's awesome, Bo.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So now we can dovetail and fluff everything. Again, I'm not going to worry too much on fluffing at this point. Why, Dad?
Because you'll finish it all in the end, yeah?
We'll finish it in the end because we already have stuff to add. So if we, fully focus on it at this point in time, we're going to have to refluff and refluff. And, it's a good idea to get the general shape at this point, but we don't have to go for absolute perfection. I think a lot of people get kind of hung up on trying to make it as beautiful as possible from every step. And that just stresses you out. It's not necessary. And I see we have over 1,000 people tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. But now we'll just cut some of this inexpensive pine off. I'm going to actually leave the pine cones off of this design. I always end up using them elsewhere. I just don't think they'll be necessary for this particular design. But this is going to make my table a mess. You just watch and see. My dad's going to have a heart attack behind the camera. He hates the mess. But easy cleanup. All right, so Yaya moved my new cutters. Dad actually just bought me a pair. It's on my steps. We got to use these old ones because I don't know what Yaya did with it. All right. Snip, snip, snip. This is just an inexpensive spray from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to leave those pine cones. So what I'll actually use these for is either an artificial design, but more than likely these will be used for my fresh wreaths. So hands up if you guys are excited to see my fresh wreath designs this year. We're doing a lot more fresh videos this year than I've ever done before. We did one live the other night. We actually did, I don't know if you saw, but we took Alex's flowers that my little sister bought, Bella bought.
Yeah.
And I kind of revamped them and made her a prettier bouquet instead of just getting grocery store flowers just wrapped in their sleeve, if that makes sense. But I think it turned out really pretty. So now I'm just going to take some of this greenery and work it in. But in 2 weeks, for Nick's exclusive wreath community, what I'm going to be having is a whole wedding series. So we have a wedding booked in October, and we have bridesmaid bouquets to create. We have bridal bouquets. We have centerpieces. We have boutonnieres. We have corsages. You name it. We have a lot of things to be making. So I'm really excited. I took a poll the other day in the group, and everybody seemed to want a video on it. So we're going to have kind of a series decorating for a wedding. Kind of a COVID wedding, that is.
1,000K, Nick.
Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. So now I'll flip this so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm just taking these stems, dipping them in my glue skillet, and we're going to have a 101 on my glue skillet and my other tools in my shop at the end of this week. So stay tuned for that. We're going to kind of walk you guys through every tool in my shop, what I like, what I don't like, what I recommend, what I don't recommend, and so on and so forth. I've been at this for long enough to kind of know, tools that make your life so much easier and tools that kind of can be kind of a waste of money if you're like me and design like me. So just dipping, working them in.
Thank you for the stars, everyone.
Thank you for the stars, you guys.
That bouquet was nickified.
Nickified. I like that. I haven't
That's
heard
a good
that
one.
before.
That's the first for me, too.
I like that. So what else am I doing with these pieces of greenery, Dad?
You're putting them in the bow
And why is that?
to soften the bow.
There we go. See? It's always a trick question with my dad. He knows he's always on call. If I'm sitting here on call for questions, he can be too. All right.
Do you always put the bow first, Nick?
Nope. No. It totally depends on my mood, if we're going to be honest. So we haven't touched the tails. Could use a little bit more fluffing at this point. But I'm going to work in a few more pieces of this greenery right here. So I'm just going to cut off a few more stems just to work in a few more so it's a little bit fuller. And then we have some glittered icicle sprays, which are really cool. I've used those a lot. They're actually one of my favorite sprays of all time. And then what else are we going to add? We're going to add potentially some berries. I don't think I have any right here, so we might just stick with greenery. What do you guys think of this color combo? Give a heart if you like it. It's certainly my taste. I love this blue.
How do we sign up for the shop? How much and when can we sign up?
For the shop?
Must be your group, probably.
My group. So you guys can sign up at nicksseasonaldecor.com. We are closing the group at noon tomorrow Eastern. Again, nicksseasonaldecor.com. I will have the link in the comments section.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. But I'm so excited, you guys. We have so many things to create. I've been on a whole new level this last year, just making so many different designs, and my creativity's flowing. There's always ebb and flows for everything that we do in life. So we all kind of get burnt out every now and then, kind of lose motivation, lose creativity, and anybody that says they've never lost, creativity or motivation, you're just lying to yourself. We all go through little bursts of stuff like that. So I was in a little funk for a while, and we are back full swing this whole year. We've been cranking it, haven't we, Dad? How many lives have we been doing lately? Crazy.
Lost count.
And what do you guys think? Have you been enjoying every night having a live? I've enjoyed my time with you guys. I feel like we've met so many new people in the last few months, which is awesome. And if you are a silent viewer and you just like to watch, I would greatly appreciate you dropping a comment. Let us know who you are. We appreciate it. And we would love to kind of get to know you a little bit more.
Lots of people are looking forward to the fresh wreaths, Nick.
Me too. I'm so excited. So that's something we're doing new this year. We're actually shipping our centerpieces, fresh wreaths, and kissing balls. So there's going to be a limited number of those designs.
Yes, Nick does use pine cones, but just not on this design.
Not on this design. Not actually a whole lot in artificial either, if we're going to be honest.
Mostly the fresh stuff, yeah.
Mostly the fresh. I usually just save them for my fresh designs. I don't mind using artificial pine cones. But when we start working with fresh pine cones and artificial designs, I don't know. I like just saving them, I guess. I'm going to tuck in one more piece of this pretty pine on that side. And what do you guys think of that so far? I wish I had my flannel shirt. I would have matched this wreath perfectly.
We wouldn't be able to see you.
I know. I'm going to have to yell at Alex when I go upstairs. She definitely took it. I told her, if you find it, you come downstairs in the video. And she goes, I'm going to look like a lumberjack. Why am I going to walk downstairs in a flannel shirt? But... all right, we got that squared away. Now let's come back in with some of this ice. What do you think of that? Isn't that a cool texture, Deb?
Yep.
And give a heart if you guys have seen me work with this in the past. This is actually a pick that has been used in some of my, most popular designs. The very first design I used this in was rose gold wreath. So that was my first video using this this pick, if you will. And we've used it ever since in so many different styles and techniques. And I just love it. All right, so just lifting up, dipping them in our glue skillet, and kind of working them around our perimeter. We're kind of using them as a little sparkle to match one of the ribbons, and also just to fill in and add a little bit more texture.
Rosario says hi, Nick.
Hey, Rosario. All right, what do you guys think? And then after this, we'll make a quick bow just to show you guys. But we got a lot of cool things coming. So earlier today, I did a little pop-up live, blabbering like I often can do. And we talked about, I asked a question. I want to hear you guys tonight. What do you think of me designing a red and white candy kind of Wonderland Christmas tree this year? So that's not my style. Dad knows that more than anybody. It's not my thing to do, super whimsical. But I thought it'd be fun. We could even set it up down here, using a 6.5-foot pure white Christmas tree. But also, I forgot, you guys, we are giving away a free month to Nick's exclusive wreath community. So comment down below right now that you would like to win. So if you would like to win, comment down below and you might be the lucky winner. So I know not everybody can afford it. So we've decided to give 5 free 1-month trial memberships for our members. Yeah, and I'll be drawing those winners tomorrow at around, 1 p.m. or so.
Where are the ice picks from, Nick?
Those are from Hobby Lobby. And I have one left that we're going to break apart and use. So to break it apart, I'm just going to snip it off like that. Dip it in our skillet.
The ice picks are from Hobby Lobby.
Yep, Hobby Lobby. And they're 60 cents each.
Is that with the discounts?
That's with the 40 off.
Yep.
So right now, all Hobby Lobby sprays are 40 off. All Christmas at Michael's 50 off. And yeah, every store is stocking up on Christmas now, you guys. It's going to be a very busy Christmas season. But now let's tackle those tails that are looking pretty hideous at this point. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start rolling them up. And I see some members joining right now. Welcome. I can't wait to create a post tonight welcoming all of our new members to the group. So just taking them and rolling them up, and that just kind of creates an extra well-needed texture, if you will. So I'm just going to take them, roll them, kind of separate our tails. I love this color combo. What do you think, Dad?
I love it.
You like it too?
Yep.
It's a very pretty color. I actually was planning on doing a Christmas tree in cobalt blue. Remember that?
I remember, yeah.
That was supposed to happen last year. We ended up going the rose gold route. So hopefully next year, or maybe even this year if I have time, my dad's rolling his eyes. We are doing a lot of Christmas trees. I know.
I'm rolling my eyes, everyone, because every single room in my house is going to be covered in trees.
What's my philosophy this year, Dad? Let's see if you know.
Christmas everywhere.
A touch of Christmas
in every room.
So that's going to be my motto this year. We are going to have a touch of Christmas in every room, bathroom included. And I just think it's a great thing to do, especially with the time we live in right now.
It'll be fun, definitely, yeah.
You know, we don't got anywhere to go. Might as well spruce up our home and bring a little bit of Christmas spirit to it. What do you think?
That's awesome.
Give a heart if you guys love this. So this will be listed in my Etsy shop. And potentially this could be a design that I could replicate. So if you are interested in it, and if it sells, we could design more of these just because I love it and I have the stuff for it. But we're not doing a whole lot of designs like that. So anything listed in my Etsy shop as of right now are pretty much one and done situations where we're not going to replicate. But I think that's really pretty, especially with the blue grapevine. So now let's create a bow. And we're going to create a bow using these ribbons, the same ribbons. So if you purchase this wreath, we'll give you the bow for free because I always like sneaking in a bow tutorial whenever I can. Right, Dad?
Yep.
Okay. So again, comment down below if you'd like to win a free month.
You could do a mini tree in blue. Someone said, I missed the name, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are going to do a mini tree.
You're going to do a mini tree, yeah?
Well, not mini. It's still going to be 5 feet tall. But I'm thinking we'll do a tabletop version as well. We have 6 or 7 trees planned this year. Last year, I just ran out of time. But this year, we are going to make time. So I just created 2 loops. Now, we're going to pinch in the middle, twist our ribbon completely around, and start gathering our loops.
Connie said, oh my God, that's stunning.
Connie...
too fast
for me.
Yeah,
Thank you, Connie. I appreciate that.
I could try to scroll down, but then I'm afraid I'm going to turn the camera.
Don't you touch that camera, Dad. He flips it on himself, you guys. Oh, all right. So we're just going to continue making more and more loops. And this would be a pretty ribbon and a rustic wreath with a traditional bow. So we're going to pinch, twist, create our loop. Pinch, twist, create our loop. So you guys, we are almost at 240,000 followers. So hopefully we'll hit 250K my goal is by Thanksgiving, but you know, no pressure. It's not like it's going to do anything drastic to me, but I would greatly appreciate that. And I just think it's so crazy. I started this out, you know, a number of years ago, just doing it for fun and making a little bit of extra money, you know, to help pay for my own school. And here we are, and I can do it full time. I mean, I can't think of anything better. Every night I go to sleep and I just think, what a life I live. You know, it's awesome. It really is. But, you know, enough of me talking. We created 6 or 7 loops on either side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors, cut off the ribbon, and I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch. Do you know why I leave that, Dad?
So you could, you know, this doesn't get lost. It helps to keep the bow in place.
Exactly. So if we cut it right at the edge, what happens is if you pull this loop,
it's going to pull
right
out. Yeah.
So it leaves a little bit of leverage. Same goes with zip ties. I don't know if you knew this, Dad, but you should never ever cut zip ties exactly
to the end. I know.
To
Yeah.
the end. Because what ends up happening is you don't know what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, you weaken it too. Yeah, you want a little bit of space.
Yeah, you just want a little bit of leeway is what I like to call it. Now we can take our pipe cleaner and secure our bow. And then we'll just do one more after this. That's going to be very simple. But I'm going to dovetail the tails off of this. Just take them, fold them in half, cut from the middle out towards the edge. And without even dovetailing, that kind of looks pretty all on its own. What do you think?
Yep.
But
where's the ribbon from, Nick?
Sam's Club. This
Sam's
is
Club
Sam's
ribbon.
Club ribbon. And this is a great hold to it for Sam's Club. I know a lot of people say that their quality is, you know, really poor. And some ribbons, it's certainly the case. But for $7 for 50 yards like this, you just can't go wrong. All right, just fluffing, pulling the loops apart, giving everything a good pull, good tug. Make sure that all the wires are perfectly straight. There's no kinks or creases. What do you think? What do you guys think of that? Give a heart if that's a pretty bow. I love having long tails in my wreaths and my bows. I don't know why. I just think it looks so pretty. You can just kind of curl them using your fingers if you wanted to. And I just love that. So let's create another bow. This is a traditional bow. We also created a funky bow in our wreath. And now let's do kind of another traditional bow, but not the same style as that one. So for this one, what we're going to do is create 3 loops on either side that are about 5 or 6 inches across.
Hi, Sue.
Welcome, Sue. All right, so 5 or 6 inches across, create 3 loops on either side.
Does Dad do wreaths? I did one.
Dad made a wreath, and hands up if you guys either A, saw it,
And I was petrified.
either A, saw it, or B, want to see him make another wreath, because Dad knocked it out of the park with that one. He was so nervous. He practiced for like 2 days, and it came out great. And if Dad can make it, anybody can make it. Right, Dad?
That's right.
So we did 3 on either side. Now we'll take 2 more and do 2 more on either side. And these ones are only going to be about, I'd say 2.5, 3 inches or so at max. So another 2. And I think this bow is called 3-2-1, and somebody can correct me on that. I don't really know my bow lingo. I just know how to make them. But I think it's 3-2-1 because we have 3, 2, and now we're going to do 1. But I could be mistaken. We're going to pinch in the middle, create one little, what I like to call a button loop, right dead smack in the middle. And this one's only about an inch or so. Now we can cut off our ribbon, take an extra tail, place it behind. Take our pipe cleaner, wrap it around our bow, and twist secure. Now we can fluff everything out, get it to our liking.
Thanks, Amy.
Hey, Amy. Uh-oh, what happened?
Amy said Dad did great.
Dad did do great.
We've got to make some more.
People are telling you to make some more. What do you guys think? You want to see Dad make another wreath? I mean, he should come down here and kind of take over for me.
No.
No, you're going to do some. He's going to make some fresh Christmas ones this year. The table I actually used to make my fresh wreaths, my dad got me as a graduation gift. So for the rest of my life, just making them even as a hobby, eventually, because I don't know. But I'll always be making them, and I'll always think of him getting me that as my graduation gift. I couldn't have asked for anything more. Most people would want a car or, college for their graduation gift or whatever, and I wanted a table. So I guess I was an old soul back then, all those years ago. Wouldn't you say, Dad?
Yep.
All right, so pull our tails down. What do you think of that?
I love that ribbon.
I think this ribbon is beautiful. I love that look. So we'll again take our tails and fold them in half and dovetail. Sorry about the phone, you guys. Somebody's calling us. So take your tails, put them one on top of another, and cut from the middle out towards the edge. And that just creates a professional looking end. So I think that's another pretty bow. What do you think?
I love that ribbon.
Isn't that a pretty ribbon? I knew this was going to be your favorite ribbon. So we created this bow. I'd say a 3-2-1, but I could be wrong. We created the ever famous and everlasting traditional bow, which is always a hit, especially imagine this with red velvet like we do at Christmas. Ugh, it's to die for. Second bow. And we also created a wreath with a funky bow using all 3 ribbons with some greenery and some, what are those called? Icicles. So this will be listed in my Etsy shop, and I'll toss in one of those bows with the order because, we made them, and I don't mind giving them away. So thank you guys so much for your time tonight. If you don't mind giving this video a like and a share, I would appreciate it. As well as checking out my other social media. We have Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Etsy, and my website. And also be sure, if you are interested in Nick's exclusive wreath community, we are closing the doors at noon Eastern tomorrow. And then shortly after, I will be live, kind of letting you all know the 5 winners for the giveaway. So definitely check that video out. We're giving away 5 one-month memberships for the group. So if you haven't commented down below that you'd like to win, comment down below and you might be our lucky winner. But you can sign up at nicksseasonalcore.com. But thank you guys so much for your time. We're going to continue doing these lives every night. I don't foresee us ever stopping this, especially now that we're into the rhythm of it and have really gotten used to going live every night. We definitely are going to continue, especially because Christmas is coming. You might even see 2 lives out of me a day, but no promises. So again, thank you guys for your time. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon, actually. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.